Chapter 9, Content Strategy Alignment, Connecting Marketing, Sales, and Support. When implementing a content strategy, one of the most important considerations is how your content can be repurposed across your various departments and functions, and to approach content creation from a holistic perspective. Often, content departments are located under marketing, where the goals are very specific to just either lead generation, brand awareness creation. And while this is a great starting point potentially, ideally you will want to leverage your content for sales enablement as well as customer support, customer success initiatives as well. As mentioned, content that lives within a marketing department is very helpful for creating top of funnel brand awareness through SEO and social media initiatives, as well as potentially even generating leads through things such as gated lead magnets, such as ebooks, courses, video series, things along those lines. It can really be a great starting point to justify investing in a content strategy. But in 2022, we see a ton of potential for content to be leveraged further down the rev ops processes, encompassing also sales and customer success. Speaking specifically to how content can be utilized in sales, there's a lot of opportunity for sales staff to actually be the source and the ears for what content topics should be produced. One great example in the book, They Ask You Answer, by Marcus Sheridan, is the ability for salespeople to constantly be listening to prospects as to what questions they have about their specific application for your product or service. And then taking that, feeding it back to the content department for said relevant content to be created. Once such a library of content exists for the sales team, they can actually utilize it in the sales process to answer questions, to help prospects really move along the process to ultimately making a decision. In B2B, decision makers are often time starved, information starved. They're dealing with very complex environments, trying to navigate different options, different opportunities to allocate budget. So by providing them with materials in the sales process to help them make an educated next step forward, your sales team can be so much more effective. Beyond this as well, content can also be used in the sales process for more thoughtful follow-ups. So for example, if you're trying to sell your software in a much longer sales process to a specific industry vertical, if you produce a new case study for that industry vertical, your sales team can now distribute that content directly to decision makers that were either on the fence or perhaps not ready to buy at the time, to show how your solution can be applied directly to their problem. This is another just really fantastic example of how content can be used effectively. Beyond this, customer success and customer support can also utilize content to help individuals using the product or service that you're providing to be more effective in doing so. So for example, if you offer a calendar automation tool as a piece of software, by providing helpful insights as to how individuals using the software can better schedule their appointments, how they can better run meetings using the appointment links, they can all around be more effective users of said product, and perhaps even be aware of other upgrades or upgraded tiers that your company offers. Now, this is a great way to really keep your churn down and net retention up. Countless studies and countless examples have looked into how content can be used to effectively reduce churn rates and improve net revenue retention. Organizations such as SEMrush and HubSpot are really prime examples of this, with their free courses, with their free academy, they essentially set out on the goal of improving how their customers are able to perform their specific functions by indoctrinating them in a certain methodology of marketing, and then providing them the technical resources to go ahead and excel at those specific methods by using their products. It's a fantastic flywheel that really powers things as well. So yeah, we highly recommend exploring how content can be utilized across not only marketing, but also sales, customer success, and service. A lot of the time, having a centralized content library can be extremely helpful to organize the relevant pieces that your team can use. As your content library grows, having it be easily organized on an internal wiki, such as Notion, or something of organization, such as an internal page on WordPress, sorting it by the specific applications and specific departments that can utilize it. Beyond that, tools such as HubSpot can also store things like case studies that can be shared automatically through the sales tools that they offer as well. So we highly recommend investing in the time and effort to really properly organize, train your team on how to develop content, and then make them be empowered to make the most of every single piece of content that you take the time and invest in producing. We hope that you found this chapter on the many possible implementations of content creation across the B2B businesses that you are potentially involved with helpful. Please be sure to continue on into further chapters where we'll be discussing more advanced techniques even yet.